Here with us now to break it all down, John Bartman, the owner of Bartman Farms in Marengo, Illinois. Welcome back, John. Always good to see you.
Good morning, Hannah. Always good to see you, too.
Let's start with China. They still have to buy around 2 million tons of soybeans between now and the end of February to follow through that deal. That's not a lot of time. What do you expect here?
Well, the unfortunate thing is a lot of people don't realize is that on paper, supposedly they've purchased 10 million metric tons, but they haven't taken delivery of it. And this could all be changed with just a change of a futures contract. So until we physically get those beans delivered, it's really not helping, and that's being reflected in the market right now.
Let's say it doesn't happen. China doesn't buy those beans. What does that look like for farmers? And is this a financial lifeline for so many of them?
Well, we're having a real difficult time right now. And according to Texas A&M, last year, the farm economy lost over $40 billion. And for 2026, they're predicting we're going to lose roughly $40 billion again. So this is a real major problem that we're having in America right now.
Losing $40 million again. Going back to China, it also agreed to purchase 25 million tons of soybeans this year, along with the next 2 years. I just want to mention to our viewers, that's still nearly 15% less than what they bought between 2020 and 2024. Talk to me, John, about whether farmers are encouraged that a new deal could spark more business with China moving forward.
I mean, we need trade. Trade is very important, but we also need to look beyond China right now. And with the previous segment that we're talking about, invading Venezuela, right now we have biodiesel in this country, which comes from soybeans. And that's a wonderful product. And that keeps farm kids back on the farm and not fighting in foreign wars. And we need more investment into biofuels, as opposed to investing into petroleum, which is an old industry that's kind of like saying that we're doubling down on VHS, VCR technology. We don't need that right now. It's bad for the environment, and let's invest in jobs at home in areas that desperately need it.
Last time you were on, you and I talked about the bailout from the Trump administration promised to farmers in the wake of the tariff policies. They will be distributed next month. Tell me about how that works when it comes to farmers preparing to plant their crops in the early spring, which will be here before we know it.
Well, you know, they say it's a $12 billion bailout, and I'm sure to the people sitting at home eating their breakfast right now, that sounds like a lot of money. But when it boils down to it right now, to farmers at my level, for instance, who grow soybeans, we're getting less than $30 an acre. And right now, I can't even go into town and buy a pizza for $30, much less cover my seed cost, which for soybeans are over $50 an acre. So this is really a drop in the bucket. And unfortunately, because of the Trump administration's policies, we're in the middle of this.
There have already been calls from some in Congress for an additional $10 billion in farm aid. One, do you think that will help? I do want to say the USDA has already said that's unlikely to happen. Are there any other any other options that farmers are considering?
Well, what I'm very concerned with is with the big, beautiful bill right now, that when we look into next year, my good farming friends down in the South who grow cotton, who grow rice, because of the way that the program is set up, those farmers are going to be paid a couple $100 an acre, and they may not even plant that crop. And chances are they're going to go and plant soybeans, because soybeans is a crop that in the grand scheme of things doesn't cost as much per acre to grow, and they're going to deflate the soybean market even more. And so farmers here in the Midwest are really going to be hit hard by that.
Many soybean farmers and traders will be watching when the 2026 World Agricultural Supply and Demand Estimates report comes out. That's expected tomorrow on Monday. What do you expect it's going to show, John?
Well, that's always a crapshoot, what the report's going to say. But the one thing I do know is that last year there were 10 million acres of cotton, and there's no way that we're going to produce 10 million acres of cotton. Those poor guys are getting killed down there. They're going to plant soybeans. And it's just that is my very big concern, is that 2026 is just going to end up being a bloodbath for farmers. And we've got to get more. We've got to have the 45Z advanced biofuel tax credit program in place. It's sitting on Besson's desk. He can implement that right now, and it would certainly help. That could end up taking a 25% of our soybean crop or corn crop and put it into advanced biofuels for sustainable aviation fuel, which is the fuel of the future that we need right now.
Yeah, you have consistently said that every time we've been lucky enough to have you on the show. John, I say this every time. Your analysis is so important. A lot of us don't know what the farmers are dealing with, and this is an important story that we're not going to stop covering. John, thank you so much for coming on today, and good luck, and please keep us updated.